how do we plan the public transport system to serve Bangalore better? Like, is the public transport system planned well in Bangalore? Like the rail, the bus, the roads?
So the public transport system in Bangalore is, again, it's operating in silos. Your buses, the metro, and once the suburban rail comes up. And
that's a big question.
Once it comes up, I have faith in it coming up. Once that comes up, the three of them have to work together. The three of them have to be in sync. Now, for example, I'll take an example of Mumbai, because I've traveled extensively by buses when I was a kid there. A lot of buses in Mumbai are short distance buses that connect the locality to the nearest railway station, from where people get off and switch to the local trains.
Okay, the railway means the suburban
train, the local trains. Now you also have these the mini buses that were launched in 2019, the AC mini buses. Many of them terminate at the metro stations also. So this gives you, basically the point is, the buses don't form the primary commute. The train does. The bus just takes you to the train. And if you are running a mini bus, it reaches it can get into areas where the regular bus cannot get. Now in Bangalore, especially in the newer areas, which were added in 2005, after it went from Bangalore Mahanagarpalike to Brihad Bangalore Mahanagarpalike, a lot of these outlying areas, which were villages earlier, they have remained more or less the same. They are still villages, the roads there are still narrow. It's just that a few high-rise apartments have come up there. So there are lots of cars in the region. And the buses in these regions still go to your same old Kempegowda bus station, KR Market, Shivaji Nagar. A lot of the people living there don't work there, have to go there.
Okay.
They may work in an electronic city or ITPL or Outer Ring Road or in the airport side, wherever the IT sectors are. So these areas, because they are underserved, need to completely change how they're operating. So the current, this hub and spoke model, which Bangalore uses, is basically it's like a giant clock. I had written this as a blog post several years ago, where I described Bangalore as a clock with each of the major roads, Bellary Road, Old Madras Road, Old Airport Road, Bannerghatta Road and all, as spokes of a clock, and buses going in these directions. One set of buses on Outer Ring Road, one on Inner Ring Road, one on Quad Road, and a few buses that breach these norms and cut through different routes. But the point is, most of them still treat the central business district in this city center as their hub, which is your Kempegowda bus station, KR Market,
Nagar and all.
So that also has to change. I'm not saying completely dismiss that part, but you can start with, say, if you are in parts of between Mysore Road and Kanakpura Road or Kanakpura Road, Bannerghatta Road, there are lots of people here who travel towards ITPL or Electronic City. Now you also have a nice road in the middle. You also have some of these other roads in the back. You can try running Volvo buses from these regions to there. You can. The thing is,
I think they are already running some buses.
Running
the numbers are
very few. And for example, there is a bus number 378, which goes from Kengeri to Electronic City. It connects Hosur Road, Kanakpura Road, Bannerghatta Road and Mysore Road in the outskirts. Now you need one more of that which goes slightly closer to the city. One more which comes closer to the city. So that you need to have more AC buses as well. In fact, my perception of public transport has changed a lot. But a decade ago, I'm sure you remember, we had 4 different types of buses in the city. You had the regular bus, you had the Pushpak, you had the Suvarna, and then you had the Vajra. Each with a different fare slab and this one. I think that works best because some people will not take a bus because of the crowd. That's something you can't
I think people who preferred Vajra have shifted to metro.
Correct. So the people who prefer the Vajra have shifted to metro. The people who are at the Suvarna level have shifted to Vajra. So You need to have different buses serving different
and all the ladies have shifted to the bus.
That is, I mean, I'm not going to comment on that because...
No. I require your comments on the free bus scheme. But anyway, we'll finish the public transport system.
So the problem is your bus services don't serve the city optimally. They serve, and the system is still operating in a slightly old 1980s model, everything going to Majestic. That needs to diversify. You need to have more diversification. Where do the buses go? And obviously you need to increase the number of buses, because the city has around 6,300 buses running on some 5,500 routes. That is not enough for a city like Bangalore, especially when Bangalore has only around 40 kilometers of metro or more.
I think in another 6 months it will become 90 is what I...
Okay. I'm not sure of the numbers, but it'll be the third largest metro network in the country.
Yes.
But it's still like, compared to Delhi, it's nowhere. I mean, compared to Delhi, no other city is
Come on, Delhi started 20 years before.
But the thing is, Delhi metro serves as an example of how you can effectively build a metro and be successful at it.
Okay.
Bangalore metro, when it was launched, and Delhi metro when it was launched, both were identical. Delhi metro launched between Shastri Nagar and Shadara or someplace in 2002. It was a joyride for people. Bangalore metro opened up between MG Road and Baipanalli in 2011. It was a joyride. It became a serious mode of transport only after it started connecting to the Majestic and Vidhan Sauda, Kaban Park, etc. When the first phase became fully operational, that's when it became a serious mode of transport, because then you could go from one corner of the city to another. So most cities are like that, because when they open it as a short stretch, it starts out as a joyride. People get accustomed to the new system, after which it opens up a huge network. Okay. The only city which probably, I guess, escaped this was Mumbai, because Mumbai Metro 1, when it opened, it just became a connecting point between the western and central lines. Yes. So it was super successful. You can't expect that to happen in every city, because not every city is the same. So Bangalore Metro and BMTC have to work closer with each other. The first thing that BMTC needs to do on its part is, one, treat metro stations as terminals. Run buses which your bus, like I remember at one point in time, there was this feeder bus that was coming from Bengaluru to Baipanalli station.
See, I travel by metro. So the only feeder bus I see is the Kaban Park metro station to Vasant Nagar.
Correct.
Only helping.
You will see one bus. I will see one bus at another station. That's all.
Okay, and the bus is also not there every time I get down.
It will be there once. It will be after that. Next time you go, you will be wondering where the bus is. No, so there was this metro feeder, I remember, from Bengaluru to Baipanalli. On its route, it would touch Indiranagar, it would touch SV Road, and it would touch Baipanalli. 3 metro stations on the route. There was no need for that. They could have just terminated at Indiranagar and brought it back. Would have finished its trips faster, but taken more people to this one. The point of it is to get people to the nearest station. There is no need for a metro feeder bus to go touching 3-4 stations at one go.
Okay.
So one is BMTC should proactively start mapping out where they can run buses to from a metro station and provide quick trips to the metro station. That is one. 2 is BMTC needs to start its process of completely going digital with the National Common Mobility Card.
Okay. Do they have a QR code now?
They don't have. They have an app called. They use an app called Tumok, where you can buy the bus pass alone. But beyond that, you can't do much.
Okay.
Delhi and Mumbai have gone completely digital. At least best in Mumbai has gone digital. You can buy a ticket on both with an app or with the card. The NCMC works in buses. It works in the metro. It works smoothly. In fact, one of my friends, he bought an NCMC in Bangalore. It works beautifully in Mumbai. Now, if you have a common card for commuting between the two, people will want to take the bus because you don't have to pull out change from your pocket every time.
Okay, that's a pain.
That's a very big pain. That is one thing I totally do not like. In Chennai, it's a big problem. You know, like you can pay for a metro ticket either with Paytm or you can swipe the card, and then after that, when you get onto the bus, you have to start hunting for change. Same thing in Bangalore. First thing, get the card that people will automatically. These are small things that automatically, you know, start nudging people towards adopting the public transport. 2 or 3, whichever point. 3. I have lost track now.
Like the public transport system in Bangalore.
Yes. Coordination should also extend to timings. Your buses should land at the station before the train leaves, not after the train leaves. This will be a big problem because you can't control the road traffic. But if you can control the road traffic to an extent where people prefer to take a bus, maybe it will work. So everything is dependent on another factor. So that's one never-ending loop.
So the main thing lacking here is the coordination between BMRCL, BMTC,
Bangalore Traffic Police, BVMP, BDA, or every agency out there.
Okay. Will having a CEO type office who controls all these other organizations help in this?
It might help.
Problem?
It might help. I'm not sure how, because unified transit authorities are still missing in India, and I have not traveled abroad, so I don't know how they function. It may not work also. It all depends on, a lot of it depends on political willpower and...
Okay, again another bureaucrat will come and sit there and...
So instead of having to deal with 10 bureaucrats, you deal with one bureaucrat who will in turn boss over 10 bureaucrats. Okay. So it's a complicated process. We don't know if it will work or not. I mean, it's definitely worth trying, but again, it has to be done in a way that, because BMTC is entirely under the state government, BMRCL is joint venture between the state and the center. So you have to ensure that there is, that all these ones are represented. Even your city is represented. Like for example, as you go towards the north, Mumbai, Maharashtra, Gujarat, the bus transport comes under the municipal corporation. So in those cases, if you're going to put up a unified entity, you'll have to ensure that the state, the city, and the center are represented in the new body. And even in Bangalore, you will have to involve the BBMP because the BBMP is the one running the roads.
Okay.
So you will have to involve all bodies. So, and of course, I mean, you have to involve the BBMP because it's the first rung of government for the people.
Okay.
So that is one thing, but if they are able to get it done, there's nothing like it.
Okay.
So the lack of coordination between public transport is probably going to be the biggest hindrance. Once you get that coordination, it will make things much better. To give you an example, the Purple Line's metro station, that is Sangoli Rayana metro station, opened up in 2016. But there was no way to reach the main Krantivira Sangoli Rayana railway station from there without trespassing on railway property and getting a fine. For, I think, in around 2018, the BMRCL finally submitted a design to the Southwestern Railway to build a bridge connecting the metro station and the railway station.
Okay, I remember the long bridge.
The long bridge that comes to platform number 10.
Yes.
That bridge was initiated 2 years after the railway station opened up.
Oh my God.
So both SWR could have sensed an opportunity to sell more platform tickets. BMRCL should have also done something, but both of them woke up 2 years after the station opened up. Maybe SWR was enthusiastic about collecting more through fines. Because that's what was happening. The first few months, people were clueless because there was no signage, no nothing. They just walked onto railway land and there was a guy waiting with a challan book for them. So the government bodies have to first wake up and start coordinating with each other.